Hello YouTube, back with the next Gi Oh review, and today I'm viewing Relinquished. I could also throw in Black Illusion Ritual, but it's pretty much just as relevant as this card as a whole, and besides, that card doesn't do a whole lot other than just Ritual Summon anyway. So it's not a bad Ritual monster, I have to say. I mean, granted, it's searchable with, Sandgang can search it out, Witch of the Black Forest can search it out. The problem is, it's level 1, so it can be usable, it can be fetched in a lot of ways besides those two cards. And of course, it can get pretty strong, can steal basically any monster you want. Because it doesn't care about level, doesn't care about attack, defense, or anything like that. It just grabs it, but it can only have one at a time, which is kind of unfortunate. Because it also occupies one of your spell and trap card zones, and it's not, it's still going to take you at least 2 cards to bring out. In general, it really depends on how you go about it. I would definitely not go about Black Illusion Ritual, although you could. It's probably the most obvious way to do it. As you can see, I've got the this is the secret rare foil version of this is from the Master Collection. This is the only actually. The card's been it's been reprinted only recently did it actually get updated to actually mention its text to include that it had to be ritual summoned. But, it's, again, as I said, it's not that bad of a card. It's, of course, you can search it. You can, it'll end up probably being pretty strong, and then your opponent will be out of monster. It's sort of like using Snatch Steal as a monster card. Well, your opponent doesn't get anything back, and then if they attack it while it's got a monster, and you would take battle damage, your opponent takes it as well. So, it's got that going for it, but without the effect, if the effect doesn't go off, you get nothing. You basically, it takes a lot of effort. It's kind of risky as well, just considering the fact that you basically are relying entirely on the effect going off. Otherwise, it's got 0 attack and defense points, you can see on the card. But it's otherwise, I'd say it's not too bad. It can be a fun card to use in the right situation. Obviously these days, I don't think it has much of a shot at even getting, being successful at all. It's also a spellcaster, so anything involved spellcasters could work out in it as well. But I think even then, it's kind of an underwhelming card. I'm sure it probably had notoriety back in the day, and of course, it's a classic monster. Pegasus used it against Yugimoto. It was actually the debut, and actually that was the only time we ever really saw it. Saw that one restricted later on, but overall, it's okay. It's not game-breaking. I think that's kind of in Konami's intent. They don't ever intend to have a card being super overpowered unless you're talking about the likes of Dark Hole and Raigeki. But it's got its potential still. You can, a lot of decks you can run it with. You got a lot of ways to, get it on the field. Of course, now you got more ways to bring it out than I think that you would have had back when it first came out. Now you got, you can use, I think it's Ritual Foregone, lets you bring it out from your hand. Of course, there's also a wild monster appears. You can bring it out that way. Steal a monster, and you won't do any damage, but you can still attack with your new monster. It won't stick around long, but then again, neither will the monster you just snatched, so it's kind of a win-win for you either way. So it's it's not a bad card, but don't get your hopes up by winning a tournament with this. You probably won't. So that's my review on Relinquished. Thanks for watching.